Karan, thank you so much. So, on behalf of Assured Biotechnology Limited, I take this opportunity to extend my sincere thanks to you for inviting me as a speaker in this webinar. So, my subject in this seminar is Perspective on China IVD Navigating in Market Evolution. Yeah, if you look at a global market, global IVD market continuously is growing steadily. If you look at global IVD market, it is grows USD $95 billion in 2024, and it is expected to reach 142 billion by 2029. Definitely, IVD immunochemistry will be the leading player in this, and it is expected to reach 43 billion by 2029. In this aspect, if you look at China IVD market, definitely one of the largest single country IVD markets globally. China contributes a major share if you look at a worldwide market. In the IVD sector industry, you have to consider two important markets. One is China, also second one is India. This is basically because of the main population. Both countries are having a very thick population. That's a major factor, these two markets. And currently in the Chinese market, the aggressive cost pressure is cost control. That means pricing pressure is the main thing in the current Chinese market. And if you look at China IVD global industry market, 36% contribution coming from immunochemistry and next with clinical chemistry. The market size of China is 120 billion RMB in 2024. The major players in China are Mindray, Snide, Autobio, Makura are the leading domestic players. Of course, MNCs are like a Roche, Ebert, Siemens still maintain the high presence in the market. The main pressure is VBP pressure. Currently, because of the VBP pressure, market region prices has cut down to 40 to 60%. Then policy direction is made in China. Basically, earlier China depends on completely international products. Now China basically looking on domestic products. Basically, instruments are manufactured in China locally. And if you look at markets, China IVD market, 2010 to 2020 is the golden period of China. I can say this. In the 2010, Health China policy is introduced, and 2013, reimbursement reforms has happened. Coverage is right from 40 to 70%. In 2015, CLIA installed through Mindray and Autobio on is 30 to 50% cheaper than international player. Now earlier, Siemens, Ebert, or Roche, all these people contributed 100%. 2015 onwards, important Chinese marketplaces launched in this space. And 2018, 36% of share coming from tumor marker and cardio marker shares beyond strength. And of course, 2020 COVID spike has begun. If you look at pre-COVID era, earlier, as I said, multinationals has dominated the market. If you look at 2010, 72% of the market share is contributed by foreign companies, whereas 28% is contributed by domestic. The scenario has changed in 2021, whereas clear installment has taken 45% by foreign players and 55% domestic market has taken over this market. That means drastic changes happened in the domestic place. And domestic firms have launched clear analyzer, which is 30 to 50% cheaper than imports. That means drastic cost reductions happened in Chinese market. and rapid expanding in the Tier 2 to Tier 4 cities. So due to that, hospitals could able to get very good price for their instruments locally. Then Minusalem, that Mindray, Snide, Autobio, Makura expanded their menu from less than 50 to more than 100 plus. Even today, I can say some of these companies are having 400 plus menu in this as a category in this platform. Then raw material impact. Rapid domestic clear growth created demand for affordable, consistent, natural antigens and polyclonal antibodies. This is where Yashraj has contributed very high in Chinese market. Yashraj main core strength is native antigens and polyclonal antibodies. So Yashraj started this business 25 years back. We also entered in Chinese market around 2015 period. So right time we entered the market and we could able to offer very good native quality antigen with an affordable price in the Chinese market. Of course, Roche, Ebert, Bigman Culture are still there in this clear market. And definitely the COVID time, the market has come down to $119 billion and the profitability has reduced drastically in this period because of the COVID scenario situation. Of course, in the upstream market, in the Chinese place, you have to be on price conscious and very high pricing pressures happen to all multinational companies. And the policy changes in China IVD industry. That means basically it has come from China for China. If I look at this example illustration, pre-COVID period or pre-VBP period, the prices for one reagent price is 100%, whereas currently it has come down to 52%. That means 48% price reductions have happened. In the case of kits, it has come to 45. That means 55% price reduction has happened. In the case of platforms, it has come down to 68%. That means 32% price reduction has happened. That means if you look at overall, the price reductions happen for the reagent from 40 to 60% due to VBP. Then made in China for mandate. Basically, all the hospitals or pathologists, they are mostly taking domestic measures in the system. So that means they got a very good price reduction in this place. Then reduces repeat testing. That means earlier, any other places, lot of tests is repeated. Now government has come with a control that first they have to do certain initial tests. If that test comes into the positive or some the results is not very good, then only they can go for another test. So this restrictions happen that has drastically reduced that reagent market. Then China IVD player strategy. Basically pricing share demand. Reagent cost has compared to that other market come down drastically. So this has cut down the prices and we have to maintain the quality in this Chinese this product. That means it is very clear that cost pressure has come down without changing any quality. And in-house capability has built up. That means major players have started looking on polyclonal antibodies or recombinant facilities started or single supplier dependencies that change the single supplier dependency. Basically, earlier people used to depend on multiple suppliers and multiple, that means international market, whereas that has shifted to Chinese local supply. Then a niche still open. That means still the market for native antigens and polyclonal antibodies, there is a very good demand in the Chinese market. Still, the market is not matured in this space. Still global players has got a very good demand for this native antigens and good quality polyclonal antibodies. technology demand. Basically, in the Chinese market, recombinant shift has happened. That means new assay development in China and globally now start with the recombinant antigens and antibodies as a default. And basically, the advantage of recombinant is batch consistency, scalability, and regulatory comfort under IVD are equal regimens are the primary drivers. The domestic Chinese manufacturers built in recombinant capability to reduce foreign dependency on antigens. Of course, YBL also in the space, since we are very strong in native, so our recombinant antigens will be like native antigens. This is the one of the very special recombinant space in YBL. Directly, this helps us in the Chinese market. We have around 37 products in the recombinant space. Whereas in the native space, even still today, tumor marker controls the market because tumor market you cannot make recombinant antigens. So 15.3, 72-4, 19.9, CAS 125, all these markers still people prefer native antigens only. Similarly, rabbit and gold polyclonal antibodies for the turbidity platform. Even YBL gold form has a very unique batch consistency that is currently challenging in the world market. And high specificity polyclonal antibodies. In BBP era, this is one of the very important, very good quality at an affordable price. That is what YBL offers in the polyclonal antibody space. And even turbidimeter reagents, still today, polyclonal antibody on people uses, it's like CRP, transferrin, all these antigens, polyclonal antibody only people prefer to use it. And if you look at India IVD industry compared with the China IVD industry, Indian industry market size is around $3 to $4 billion, whereas Chinese is $15 billion. And growth drivers in India are infectious disease, oncology, cardiac, diabetic, whereas in China, chronic disease, oncology, and neural diseases. Pricing model in India, it's a tender-driven prices, very price-sensitive market, and public-private partnership segment emerging in the Indian market. In China, BBP has reset prices, hospital fee control very active in this price point. And import dependence, high and advanced antigens and antibodies semi-finished regions are still depending in Indian market. Whereas in China, strong domestic built out in instruments and reagents. But still in China, very good demand today for the native antigens as well as polyclonal antibodies. Raw material heavily import depend on India sourcing the essence, whereas in China, domestic investment is accelerating it. And regulation part, in India, CDSCO is regulating this, whereas in China, NMP is aligned with the IVD guidelines are regulating this. How Indian IVD material manufacturers like YBL can add value in China IVD. Basically, it is diversification from single country dependence. Second is supply chain resilience for Western and Chinese OEMs. And definitely, as I said, Yashraj main is native antigen manufacturing and purification. We have a 25 years experience in this field. We are one of the largest manufacturer of native antigens in the world. Our other strength is polyclonal antibodies, especially in goat, and we are just starting rabbit, which will be available within span of 1 year time. And cost and science package, very cost competitive with data package documentation and technical support with the platform integrations available in YBL for YBL products. Yes, if you want to really get into the Chinese market, what are things foreign people should do? One is speed is the essence in the China market. Fast digital channel responses, clear technical communication, and realistic lead times is the main important thing in the Chinese market. Second one is traceability and compliance. Documentation satisfying hospitals, regulatory and export audits, lot histories, and application data is very important for traceability and compliance to deal in the Chinese market. Then localization respect, openness to hybrid models, direct export to joint evaluation, and local partnership structure. So it's very important to get into Chinese partnership business. So recommendation, what are recommendations for foreign companies? One is choose the right battles. Focus on technically demanding markets, especially native and polyclonal niche markets, where still Chinese market is still maturing. Today, we can very well say that native antigens, it's a niche market in China, and that has got a very big value in today's Chinese market. Then lead with a solution, not excuse. That means when you are providing antigens and antibodies, you should also give a conjugation know-how, validation data, and platform transfer extra. And design for VBP economics. Co-optimize consolidation, stability, and metric choices so that customer can win tenders and protect quality. Basically, VBP, due to VBP, we have to be very cost conscious. At the same time, the quality should be extremely important in this market. And build the documentation muscles. Export quality COE. That means we should provide a certificate of analysis with a very good information, lot traceability, application data. These become competitive differentiator in compliance-driven market. If you look at the CSLP, how it has come, I can say that very well. In the earlier days, there are two exposures. Almost all international companies are looking into it. One is AACC, whereas the current ADLM and also Medica. Whereas after the CSCLP has come, now everybody is international and local. Everybody is looking CSCLP as one of the biggest expo in this. And that too, people look at this is very clear that everybody knows that July's ADLM will happen, November Medica will happen, the March CSCLP will happen. So people are prepared to attend these conferences, and that has gained a big knowledge. If you look at the visitors, 150,000 visitors annually visiting this expo, and around 200 exhibitors, and there are three main areas, focus areas. And if you look at the Yashraj, I can say that Yashraj is the first Indian company, IVD raw material company, to exhibit at CSCLP in 2013. Use the platform for to validate demand of natural antigens and PABs from domestic Chinese clear players. And definitely, the CSCLP has got a very good advantage for our company to penetrate in Chinese market. And if you, I can just talk about something about Yashraj Biotechnology Limited. Yashraj is a technology-driven company, started in 1999, and this is our 25th year company. Basically, we are the global leaders for native antigens, manufacturing, and purification. We are one of the top IVD companies in India. We are trusted partner for top 10 IVD companies globally. Our presence are basically in India, Germany, USA, China, and Japan. Our main products are native antigens, recombinant antigens, cell-derived antigens. In the space of antibodies, we are also into monoclonal antibodies, polyclonal antibodies in goat and rabbit. Also, we are into recombinant antibodies. And if you look at our facility, we have around 200,000 square feet facility. We have 4 manufacturing units, and also we have a very big goat farm. Now also we are constructing a rabbit farm also. Ours is the ISO 13485 compliance company with a 9001 and 45,001 certification. Also, we have a great place to work certified company. What is the difference in the Yashraj Biotechnology Limited compared to other companies in India or in the world? One is our robust supply chain capability. That means we collect the biomedical fluids from the hospital network in India. We can say that next 25 years, we can confidently sign with the companies where we can supply this antigens regularly. And we have got a bulk manufacturing capabilities. That means we can provide the material from grams to kilograms quantities and small millions of KUs in the cancer antigen space. Similarly, and we have a 25 years legacy in this business. So almost all important IVDs companies are our trusted customers. And ours is a batch in the native space. The very big challenge is batch consistency. This is the one of the important USP for extra products. That is the reason we are there in this business for the last 25 years. And we have a robust APD library in our space. This will take care of current IVDR position in Europe. There we can provide recombinant antibodies through APD route. And we have a successful execution projects through global partners. And we are a preferred partner for, there are a lot of global companies in US, Europe, and Asia. And other important aspect is we have a high scope for customization for our product basket. That means some customers want any buffer concentrations or different concentration part or different testing method analysis part. These all things we can do with various customization. And this is our main portfolio. We offer antigens, strong capability in customization, purification, and development of high pure, part pure immunogen grade antigens and functional antigens from biomedical fluids. Similarly, our recombinant antigens like native antigens, indigenous developed portfolio functioning similar to native. That means people prefer native, whereas our recombinant antigen also it is like a native antigens. So our main portfolio is the cancer markers, infectious markers, inflammation markers, and cardiac markers. So our one of the important product markers are C-reactive protein, 15.3, 19.9, HBsAg, AD, and AY, and other native antigens. We have around 55 products in our product basket in the native space. We have around 37 products in our recombinant space. Our main strength is customization along with the IVD expert guidance. We have a pan-India network collection. At the moment, we are already having more than 1,500 hospitals in our collection network. Whereas in India, we have got a scope for more than 75,000 hospitals. So if we want to increase our collection, we can increase the collection with many multi-folds. And other one is bulk manufacturing capability, batch consistency, and short test lead time for providing the materials. And we also have antibodies. We are working on monoclonal antibodies as per customer requirement. So we take up projects as per the customer demand and we deliver the products as per the customer requirement. And we also have a large goat farm facility available. We have already 1,500 goats in our goat farm facility at this moment. This will be taking to 3,000 goats within the span of next 1 year. Similarly, we also have a rapid polyclonal farm already we just started. The product will be available within next couple of next 1 year time. And in the polyclonal antibody, our main thing is we have batch consistency achieved through genetic mapping. Again, here the main polyclonal antibodies are basically we are looking on the C-reactive proteins and various IgG and C3, C4, all these proteins. So this is my contact number, and I also have a counterpart in China. Max is working with me in China. For any information, if you require, please reach out to me on this email ID. Thank you so much.